Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at HTML like colors, and we're going to be looking at like the different color codes, how you can decide the color, and how to set background colors, text colors, and border colors, and control the border sizes and so on. So here we go.
Okay, so over here you can see another W3 Schools article where we're looking at HTML colors. So basically we're just going to be going through this article in colors, RGB, HEX, and HSL, and what they basically are. So HTML colors are specified with predefined color names or with RGB and like all of these values. So in HTML, a color can be specified by using a color name like tomato, orange, blue, medium sea green, and so on. If we click on try it yourself, and you can see that if we use like tomato, orange, or we use any of these color names, then you get the background color. And to use background color, as we went through last time, you simply write background color colon. Then for text color, it's the same text color, and then you can use like these same names because the colors remain the same. And you just say color instead. And we went through all of this last time anyways. Then there's border color. So border color you can be like, so you can decide on the margin, how much margin you want it to have. So all of these are 2px. If you don't try it yourself, then you can see hello world. If I put, for example, something with dramatically more different, then you see that it becomes much thicker. So the margins or like the borders become much thicker. Now 6px. And you can basically do like border colon, how thick you want it, and then put the color. Then there's color values. So in HTML, colors can also be specified using RGB values, HEX values, HSL, RGBA values, and HSLA values. So the following three div elements have their background color set with these three values. So then these are different values. If like, you've probably seen this before. So like, and then here, this is another way of formatting the color. So you can use any of these. So then if we say that, for example, blue, here, blue HEX code, then you see that we get this code. So this is basically the same code. This is really common, so you've probably seen it before. Then these are like different methods of the same thing. And we don't need to look at them that deeply. They're basically there so you can like see that you can set these values. I personally find this one the easiest because it's like quite common. You can just search the HEX code and you get it. And then you can style it based on that. So if we open this, then you can see that all these different values. And then, yeah. So you can basically, this is all for setting colors and you can use any of these codes. And then there's RGB. So then you can basically, if you want, you can open this yourself and read it. But the main thing was basically that you can see like the different colors that you can use. So the main thing is that you have color names, and the thing is to get the color names right, and then you can like just decide if you want to get the background color, if you want to make the text color, or like border color. And these are the color values that you can use. And then if we look at RGB, for example, then RGB represents red, green, blue light sources. And in HTML, a color can be specified using this formula. So how much percent, or like how much red you want, how much green you want, and how much blue you want. And all of these define the intensity of the color between 0 to 225. Now we're just reading about like how this works. You can use this method. Then there's HEX, which is a color code. So hexadecimal value in the form. So then there's like RR, green, green, blue, blue. And it's the same as the decimal 0 to 255. And then it's basically showing you like how the color codes work. So all of them are based around red, green, and blue, basically, and then you can just decide how much of each one you want, as different ways of deciding them. This one, on the other hand, is not so much for color, it's more like hue, saturation, and lightness. So in HTML, a color can be specified using these three forms, And here is a degree on the color wheel from 0 to 360. 0 is red, 120 is green, and 240 is blue. So this is yet another way to like separate it into red, green, and blue because these are like the primary colors. But all in all, this is like basically what HTML colors is, nothing more than that.